Good morning, everybody. This is Grumpy Dave's Garage. I'm dealing with the on and off rain showers because I had a little project I could do. I'm back on my feet with some painkillers for the back. Set this thing somewhere where it's out of the way. There. We're going to kind of review what we're doing here, or we're supposed to be doing here. What I did, these are the weld-on brackets, the spacers, and the bushings go in here for the sway bar. I had to go get hardened bolts and stuff. I don't like just using those butter bolts, shiny ones. Buy them by the pound, they break by the handful. I use them a lot of mocking up, but I don't use them on the final project. And I just realized I'd left 4 of them on the cross member when I was drilling and tapping it, and using those to make sure the threads were good. So I had to put the jack under it, raise the cross member up snug, pull the bolts out, and put in the hard ones I bought. What we're going to talk about real quick today, since I can talk, yesterday it was Cheech and Chong in the garage. A buddy of mine gave me some pain medicine that he took when his back went out, and I came out and did the video. And then I went to play the video back to kind of look at it, and I was sounding like I was stoned. My wife came in and she said, "What is that?" And she watched it on the computer and laughed so hard. She said, "That sounds like Cheech and Chong." I said, "Yeah, it does." So I said, "No, I just deep six that one." This other medicine I normally take doesn't do that to me. So we got out today, and I did it off camera so you didn't have to listen to the thing screaming. I didn't have to go in there and edit the sound level. My drive shaft. I think you got a good look at that. Let me see if I can get it. Dead bubble on. Nice and square inside the jaws of the saw. So I cut it off. I'm running a 3.5 inch tube outside diameter. I'll have to release the pressure, release the lock, and we'll probably put this thing up on the bench if I can do that. Yeah, I can do that. Sorry about that wiggle of the camera. Just put this. I had one of my subscribers said, "I'm tired of using claw hammers." I said, "Well, all my stuff got stolen, so I'll replace it as I need it." So I got myself a brand new tippy tap and a mini one. And I totally appreciate it. I got to look up to see who sent it to me so I can actually thank them by their name. Wanted to send me a private message and got my address and sent me that. It's a surprise, he said. Usually don't. I thought, well, why not? And there it is. I got so many projects going on. Here's the bolts for the shocks. They go through the chassis rail. It's a unibody, so it's got a built-in chassis rail, and it's got a tube inside to give it strength. Well, these go through the tube. The shock goes on. I got double nuts on it right now just because I was working with it. Those are for spacers. That one I got, but it was too short. Trying to figure out what those two are for. I just bought. I got bags of nuts and bolts and pieces and parts up here on the desk. Here's the sway bar pieces. This welds back on the axle. Which one is this? This is the right side or left side. Oh, it's got red paint. It's the right side of the car, which would be the passengers. It's always looking from the front back. Welds back on the tube, which happens to be the same size from the MG. Hey, the sun's coming out. To the GM. The bushing and the sway bar will be in here. I'll get these in place. I'm not going to go down on the wet ground and roll around for the sake of making a video. My tube here. Interesting. I've done business with these people before when I was doing semi-truck restorations. Back before I burnt my shoulder out rest away and had to give up working on the big stuff. So I started playing with the little stuff. She's looking good. She really is. And here we go again, and it is probably nothing like some spam. Rotate my little drive shaft a little bit. This has to line up with the center of this, which is going to be down here. Well, it's actually going to be cut up here. This is the length of the drive shaft, within an inch or two from the back of the tail shaft of the transmission to the pocket of the yoke. With that piece in there, should come to right about in here. I'm not going to make a final cut until I get all the pieces and parts. The nose, okay, goes in the transmission. I can't have this big hunk of steel up there spinning around. I don't have that much room. I mean, every little quarter inch makes my life easier. So by changing this out, plus I want the longer throw into the tail of the transmission, this will have to come off and be replaced. And then once we get the end picked up, it's a 3.5 inch diameter tube here. Okay, see? I'll do the setup and weld on camera. Right now I'm just trying to get something done while I'm waiting for my back to get better. I did hit a home run with shocks. They'll be slightly compressed when they go in. Preloading this a little bit. Here's a fuel pump for an MGB. I'm not going to use it. I'm going to test it. If it's good, I'll probably throw it out there to one of my friends who's working on them. May want to have one on the shelf or needs parts out of it. I don't throw anything away that somebody else can get use out of, even if I'm not using it. We're supposed to get another shower in a little bit. It's not even worth taking the cover off to get up underneath the car. Get it one click and it's almost dead on. That's why this line's on there. I stretched a construction line from center of yoke to center of yoke, and then I just hit it with the primer and it left me a lineup mark. So after it's welded and ground and I'll get it cleaned and painted, the correct ends and U-joints on it, it'll go in the car. These will be a quick install. I'll get them in and I'll throw some tie wraps on it to hold it down in place so I can get under there and tack weld it, or just have Jimmy come over and weld it. I'm just about done with the back of the car. The MG, there she sits, is an interesting build. It's a very solid little car, body-wise. I took it down to almost a shell. I left the steering column, the front suspension, the rear suspension, and the windshield wiper motor inside the car. I didn't want to deal with it at that time. Everything else come out of the car. I still got to dechrome it, take the tail lights and stuff off to get it down to a bare bones build and start to put it back together. And you're going to enjoy it. If you've been following through, it all falls together. I'm looking forward to getting the car in here, so when I get these pop-up showers or it decides to turn out 98 degrees on the asphalt out there, I can be in here in the shade with the fans on me and just keep on working. I would have all this done if I didn't put my back out. I've been unable to do anything for 3 days. Today's the first day I got to do anything. So I built my sway bar brackets. And while I had the saw set up, I whacked the drive shaft square in approximate cut. I took the measurement and looked it up, and Fleet Pride has the U-joint I need. The yoke, probably the U-joint too, and I'll pick those up. I've got the gas tank, a couple parts coming for it. I got one more to order. As soon as the rear end's done, I want to start on the fuel tank. I got to do the trunk to get it primered and painted. The fuel tank will be primered and painted and set up, and I'll install it on camera, okay? And then I got to start doing the plumbing. I'll run the fuel line first, then I'll come back to the rear, and then I'll run brake lines. Just trying to keep everything going in a pattern so you can follow me. That's like the other day when I put my back out. Normally when I'm working and it starts to aggravate me like that, instead of forcing it to happen, I just switch over and start working on something else, like the body work or whatever. That's about all I can say. That's all that's going down right now. The build will start up again on Wednesday. Most likely, I got my fingers crossed. We'll get the rear axle completed. I've got to do the emergency brake cable extension out of the backer plate before I put the drum stuff back on it. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull the rear tires off, put jack stands under it. I'm going to bring the brake drums in here to just a slight lip from where I'm going to take a grinder and cut that lip out. Some fine sandpaper inside the drum, and then I'm going to manually adjust the shoes, install the cable for the emergency brake, the e-brake, put the bolts through. You have to put the bolts in for the shocks with the tires off the car. So I'll do all that first, and then we'll probably go underneath and do some welding. I just don't know where it's going to go. I don't know how. I'm limited right now in movement under the car. I have to keep my shoulders square to my hips so I don't twist and turn. It is almost impossible to get work done that way. People, like, subscribe, get your build on. And you people have a blessed day.